Welcome back. The start of Title 1 math class. We're going to be working on some equivalent fractions versus ratios. Just taking a little roll. Here's my online people. Just roll. Everybody's here and accounted for. And we're about to get started on some equivalent fractions.
Turn the presentation on. And you should be able to see. Okay, everybody. Cast it for y'all to take a look at. Today, that's what my Schoology looks like. You got your links, assignments, information, stuff we don't group today. Assignments, try to keep it fairly cleaned up. Here's the bell ringer for today. Here's what we're doing. So, equivalent fractions. We're going to be doing this in Kami. Except it's not there. 1 sec. Y'all give me 1 second. Sometimes this happens.
Okay, so back 100%. Be working on some equivalent fractions mixed with some ratios. We got our Schoology, keep everything in assignments. Try to keep it cleaned up. Today, you got your bell ringer and equivalent fractions. Today is Veterans Day. Anybody know why today is Veterans Day? Huh? Nah, Veterans Day, Memorial Day is for the people that died. Yeah. Yeah, it is a person that served the country, but do you know why it's today? Nah. Okay, so on the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour, they signed the treaty that ended World War I. That's why. That's why we have it on November 11th. It was the end of World War I. So there's that. So if you got family that's a veteran, you know, give them a little thanks today. So equivalent fractions. Or equivalent fractions 2. DOS. Can open it with Kami. Doesn't say open with Kami? What's it say? You might have to hit refresh. Get it? You might notice if you look at our equivalent ratios, there's some similarities, like how we were doing those. Equivalent fractions have the, fraction line, dividing line. Equivalent ratios are the same thing. They just use different things in the middle. And you find the missing number the same way. So like, it's kind of circular. If we multiply to go from left to right, you divide to go from right to left. Or like, you're just trying to figure out the number. So I got 2 over blank is equal or equivalent to 4 over 14. So Karen, how do I get from 2 to 4? Multiply by what? 2. So if I multiply by 2 and I want to go back the other way, I'm going to divide 14 by what? Remember, once I got that number that you're working with, you're good. What'd you multiply times 2? 2. And so we're going to divide by 2 also. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. Yeah. Okay. Adrian, how do I get from 3 to 9? 3 to 9. What times 3 gives me 9? 3. So I do the same thing. What's 4 times 3? 12. So 3/4 is equivalent or equal to 9/12. If you're going from left to right, you multiply, and if you're going from right to left, you divide. So you can't actually multiply and then divide. It's kind of a circular fashion. So Emily, what times 4 gives me 12? 3. And if I multiply the bottom times 3, I got to multiply the top by 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. So 2/4 is equivalent to 6/12. Huh? Cool. Who's out there? Jonathan. What times 8 gives me 32?
4.
4. So I know that 8 times 4 is 32, and now I'm going back to the left. So what am I going to do with the 8 and the 4 on the top part?
Multiply it by 4.
Divide by 4, yeah. 8 divided by 4,
2.
2. Yeah, so multiply times 4 divided by 4. So times 3 times 3. They like times 3, don't they? Times 2 times 2. So if you're going the same way, you can multiply. I probably should have divided on there. Sorry. Because we were going this way, so it's divided by 2. Okay, I'll do one more and then y'all can have at it. Adriana, how do I get from 10 to 20?
What'd you say?
Multiply by 2. So how do you get from 10 to 20? Times what? 10 times what gives me 20? 2, yeah. So if I multiply from left to right, I'm taking the 12 and I'm going back to the left. I'm going from right to left, so I'm going to multiply or divide? Divide by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 6/10 is equivalent to 12/20. All righty, any questions?